Hello guys, welcome to this new and exciting episode. And in today's episode, I'm actually going to talk about pullbacks and manipulations that are actually happening on pullbacks, how banks and everything, the market maker and stuff manipulate these pullbacks, and how to trade the pullbacks. So before I actually dive into the video, I have to explain what a pullback is. So let me go on the internet and search for you what a pullback is. So according to investopedia.com, as you can see, right, a pullback is a pause or a moderate drop in a stock or commodities pricing chart from recent peaks that occur within a continuing uptrend. So this means that we must have a predefined trend. Suppose you are going up, then you would have like those pullbacks that are actually going down, right? Then a pullback is a very similar to retracement or consolidation, and the terms are sometimes used interchangeably. Okay, that does not matter. Let's forget about that, right? So this one here is also important. Pullbacks are widely seen as buying opportunities after a security has experienced a large upward movement. For example, a stock may experience a significant rise following a positive earnings announcement. Okay, so as per this statement, a pullback is actually used by the market makers to take profit, to induce, to do whatever the fuck they do. So right now, let me move to a visual chart before I can actually shift to a real chart and show you what this all means. So this is a visual chart, and you can actually see that right here we've got the first pullback here, then the second pullback, and as you can actually see that it's actually an ideal market maker cycle with level 1, level 2, level 3, which means that we are on an uptrend, right? So right now we have got a predefined trend. So what was meant by Investopedia is, right, suppose we have got our level push right here, then this pullback is actually used as a mechanism, right, to trap people in that, okay, as this market is actually moving up here, people are buying, pulling, piling in it, buys, right? So the market maker had to reverse it a bit to take them out, right, because their stop losses are somewhere around those areas, right? Okay, this pullback has no predefined like length, like them saying like we are going to put it to this zone or something like that. It all depends with the volumes of people that are actually trading. So if a lot of people are buying up to this zone down here, the pullback could definitely go down up to here, but let's forget about that today, right? So this pullback is actually an inducement feature and the trap feature, right? You now get the sense, right? Because people were actually selling at these points when they saw the market actually reversing, and he had to the market maker had to reverse the market up again, right? So now you see the like the mechanism of this pullback and stuff, right? Yeah, I was talking about the ideal market maker cycle, and you can actually see that this is what the real market looks like. It will be a pain in the ass. So let me shift to the chart on the right here. You can actually see that we have got this zone here, right? It's actually a pullback that looks real, right? Okay, so it's one of those patterns that are actually created by the market maker to do crazy things on the pullback. So as you can see right here, there was this up movement here that created level 1, right? But after the level was actually created, you can actually see that we had a clear M here, right? This M was actually presented by the market maker, so as to trap guys who are actually selling, and you can actually see that people were piling sales here, piling sales. Then the market actually reversed down a bit to here, so that those guys who actually do price action, they would have drawn something like a resistance zone here, and you can actually see that okay, a zone is something like this, so this will all be a zone here. Then this market maker his function is to create these patterns so as to trap and induce people. So you can actually see that we had another small M on this like resistance, right, that was created. So many people were actually piling in sales. Then you see now that he had accumulated enough sales here to do this. So if you want to trade these pullbacks correctly, you have to know your level counting, which level you are in, and never be scared to take those positions. So right now let's move to a real chart, and I can actually show you what I was talking about. So as you can see right here, this is a real chart, and I want to talk about this clear move from this point here up to there, right? This were something like clear levels. As you can actually see, we had our level 1 here, then we had our level 2 here, then we had our level 3 here, right? So I'm going to talk about pullbacks and those patterns that are actually created. So as you can see right here, we are actually on this pullback, right? And I want to draw my point here, which was something like a resistance. As you can actually see right here, we've got this M here, this M which was actually created as a trade mechanism by the market maker, right? You can actually see we have got an M here which was clear, right? These are patterns that are actually being created on a daily basis by the market maker so as to trap us retail traders, right? I want it to look as awesome as possible. So you can actually see that we had an M here, and a lot of people are actually selling, right? And the market maker actually reversed the market after getting enough volume. Then as you can actually see right here, many people saw it as a pullback, right? Because a lot of people now are identifying these levels and stuff. So what happened, the people started to pile up buys here, and you can actually see that the market had to reverse back again right here. And there is this other concept that's actually important, but it's for another day. You can actually see that here we had our something like resistance. It's support, actually, sorry about that. It's our support zone, and if you can observe quite well, you can actually see that our support zone was up to this point, but the market maker had to go down a bit here, because just below or above any swing point, we have liquidity. We'll talk about liquidity on next episodes to come. So there was liquidity down here, then he had to come back here and take those stops. There was people who were actually buying right here, were putting stops below this point, and this move that went down here actually went to take out those people. And you can actually see that we moved up to level 2. That was an M. Then people were selling, moved down, so moved up. You can actually see that these patterns are actually happening everywhere. So what you need to know when you are trading is you need to understand the market maker's objectives. He is there to induce you to trade trades, and he is there to take your stocks out. So you should definitely know where to accept, or where to I don't know where your liquidity is actually at. Okay guys, this is all about pullbacks. I will definitely create another episode on pullbacks, on how to take them. This is our first episode on pullbacks. Love you guys. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button, comment, like, and share.